What's up, YouTube? This is 2RAW4TV. Well, I told you all I'm a man of my word. I get on here and I gloat when I'm right. And I'm going to get on here and take it when I'm wrong. Donald Trump, obviously, the President of the United States, is obviously not on death's door. Okay? Despite being nearly an hour late with his scheduled, what was supposed to be 2 p.m. Major announcement, as they claim it, from the White House. I think it was actually delivered at about 2:45 or 2:50. Whatever the case may be, ostensibly, this was supposed to announce that, Space Command will be moved from Colorado to Huntsville, Alabama. Hope I'm saying that correctly. I think it's Space Command. As we'll be moving from Colorado to Huntsville, Alabama, which kind of makes sense for the Trump administration because Colorado has become a blue state. He sees things through purely political lenses. Alabama is Trump territory. So that makes sense, you know. But let me say this. This can't be an AI video because it's not just him. It's a plethora of Trump administration officials behind him, including the vice president. And he appears to be dialoguing a bit with news media. So this is not an AI video. This is truly Trump at the White House. So when it comes to all rumors about him being on death's door, I mean, I never believed he was dead, but rumors about him being on death's door or at death's door, those are debunked. Now, I still think it's a possibility when you look at Trump's patterns, as far as when you start seeing the deep bruising on his hands. I do think it's still a possibility that he may have undergone some sort of medical treatment at the White House. But, you know, as far as him being hospitalized, that's not the case. Now, there were rumors that Melania Trump was seen at Walter Reed Medical Center, but, you know, that still is somewhat unsubstantiated, but supposedly there were several people who claimed that they saw her with Secret Service agents, so I don't know. But the main thing is, I think this was really done, to be honest with you. This whole announcement was just, I think it was just done to quell all of the Trump is sick or Trump is dead talk out there on social media. I will say this, though. The extreme left, when it comes to Trump, are just as hateful as the extreme right are when it comes to Joe Biden. It's crazy, some of the stuff that I saw on social media when it comes to people wishing and praying that this dude was actually up out of here. I mean, you know, some people give their reasons. They think that he is as close to an American Adolf Schicklgruber as we've ever seen. You know, that's how they feel. Me, I do believe I believe that Trump is what I would call a necessary evil. Sometimes in the world, I think you do need a necessary evil to get people to finally be on the same accord and same page. Because sometimes when we don't have that necessary evil, when you don't have that figure that can help to consolidate, or at least as close as possible to consolidate a consensus opinion within a group, that get everybody on the same page, what I'm basically saying. Like, get everybody at least generally on the same page as far as to see who our enemy is. Now, there's often be people who aren't going to be on the same page with us. That's why I said generally. But yeah, I was wrong. He wasn't as sick as I thought he was. Not nearly. You know, he looks about the same. And could be maybe this was a major holiday vacation for him, you know. But they still were lying about some stuff. You know, and they fed into it themselves. For whatever reason, videos were surfacing of him from January and June that was easily debunked. And it was from recent. You know, you got some people saying he was playing golf in Virginia. That was debunked. There's some people saying he was golfing in New Jersey. That was debunked. So, you know, they fed into this thing themselves. So like I said, it's still possible that he was undergoing some sort of medical treatment at the White House. Now, I guess if I had to just guess what's going on with him is, I think that whatever issue he's had, as far as his health is concerned, has worsened a little bit, but I don't think he's like at the point where it's still going to incapacitate him as far as being president and doing his duties. That's pretty much what I think's going on with him at this point. You know, he's clearly getting some type of treatment. You know, it's no longer a situation where a doctor tells him to, you know, take an aspirin a day and I'll see you next month. You know, he's clearly taking, you can just look at him. You can tell, you know, by the fact that they felt that they had at least explained some of the things going on with him, with the bruised hands and the swollen ankles. You know, they had to at least explain some things to the American people. And usually when it comes to presidents, the White House and health, there's very little transparency. All right. So anyway, I was wrong as far as the worst is concerned. Tell me what you guys think.